Hi, welcome to Brenda Beattie's Brushstrokes, and I'm Brenda Beattie. This channel is all about art, drawing, painting with acrylics, watercolors, and ink. It has tips and tricks, as well as step-by-step tutorials. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and press the bell so that you'll be notified each time I create a new video.
In this video, I will demonstrate step by step how to paint this Easter card. I don't use other people's designs as a rule, but I found this beautiful egg on a site called Zeek PNG. I will put a link for it in the description below the video. I could find no other information about the design other than it was vintage. It is a free download. I've changed the flowers in mine to be the spring flowers of Ontario, Canada. But you can paint whatever flowers you wish. I start by taping my card to a board. I draw the shape of the egg and begin drawing the flowers first, and I will fill in the leaves afterwards. I've made 2 marks on each side of the egg to guide me in placing the flowers. So now I have my drawing ready, and you'll notice that I've tried to add spring flowers that we have here in Ottawa, and I'm basing it on this photo that I found on the internet, which is a free photo, and there's a link to it below. There's a link to all the supplies that I use also below, and I'm using this kind of card. These are watercolor cards that you can buy, but if you don't have a watercolor card, you can make your own. It's just a piece of watercolor paper that's folded in half and comes with matching envelopes. So you can make those yourself. Don't worry if you don't have the cards, but these, you'll find them in the description below as well if you'd like to order them. And when we look at the egg, in this photo, this is so beautiful. I just love this. You'll notice there is a shadow here. The egg is not white, the paper is white, so it's a cream colored, and there's a shadow around here, and there's a shadow underneath here. There's a bit of a shadow here to make it round. So that's what we're going to start with first, and then we'll put the flowers in. My drawing, the egg is not quite perfect. If you want to be more perfect, there's a video called How to Draw an Egg, and I'll put a link to that as well. So first of all, we'll use, another thing I like to do is test my color. And I have a piece of watercolor paper with holes in it, and so I can test the color and decide if that's the color I want. And this is raw sienna with lots of water. Let's see if that's the color I want, and just see compared to this. It's hard to tell. Maybe a little Quin gold would be nice in there. And a little more water, I think, will do it. We want a very light color for the egg. So I'm going to do the egg in this very light cream color. And with watercolors, we know it's going to dry lighter. And because it's a light color, we'll be able to paint over top of it as well. So any flowers I'm covering right now, I don't have to worry too much about. What I should have done before, which I forgot to do, is erase some of these pencil lines. So I'm going to let this color dry, and then I'm going to erase some of the lines. I don't want to totally erase the lines because I'm going to use them. I need them. And I'll be using this gum eraser to pick up some of the graphite off of the paper. Can do that right in the middle right now so that I can still see everything. So it's totally dry now, and I'm going to actually pretty much erase these lines. And you can see where the paint has touched the pencil marks, it's harder to get off. So if you just press the eraser onto the pencil marks, you can lift it to some extent without totally erasing. And I think that's all I want to do. So you can see right here, this pencil line is not going anywhere because I painted over it. There. Now I'm going to use, let's see, this, number 6 sable brush, and I'm going to darken this slightly, adding a little more paint to it. I'm going to test it on my tester here. Oh, not dark enough. Looks pretty dark, but I want to add a little burnt sienna, burnt umber, I mean. See what that color looks like. I'm going to add a little ultramarine to that, gray it down a bit. That's about the color that I want. Try it lighter first. I'm going to let that dry. I may put another layer on here. I'm going to put one more layer on. That will be what we call a glaze. And I want some blue in it. So I once again will check the color here. Yes, and how did I get cat hair in here? You may have noticed there was a cat in my water. Now the flowers are pretty much painted in, just the base of the flowers, no details yet. And I'm going to do a background, and then I'm going to put leaves on, and then I'll put details on the flowers. So right now, where it's white, I'm just going to fill that in with our cream colored. There will be green paint over top of most of this, but for where there isn't. Now we're going to let that dry and then paint some leaves in. And I'll start with the lighter parts to these leaves first. Another kind of a ferny thing down here, maybe up here. And I want to add just some centers. I'm going to use this designer's gouache. This will be white. Center to this flower and a center to this flower. I think that's it. Well, I am tempted to put a few more little dots here and there. And I think it's finished. So we'll remove the tape and see what it looks like. So when you get to this point, don't forget to sign it. Happy Easter, everybody. When your card is finished, if you want to make copies, see my video entitled Make Your Own Greeting Cards Using Avery Online. If you don't have Avery note cards for your printer, you can use other heavy printing paper, but it's a lot easier if you do have the Avery cards. Hope you enjoyed this. Good luck. And if you enjoyed this, please press thumbs up. It helps. Thank you.